It used to be that board games were board games and video games were video games, and never did the two meet. But nowadays, people are really finding cool ways to incorporate technology into board games. It's sort of pushing the hobby forward. It's innovating stuff. For instance, like there are apps now, companion apps that work with board games and drives the story forward. Another great example of this integration of technology into board games is the new system Joyo. So this is essentially like a board game console. There's a piece of technology in here. Wait for the reveal. Oh, look at that! It's like a spaceship with a little kitty cat in it. And this piece of technology works with a bunch of different games. They're launching it with like 3 games, but they plan to incorporate more and more games that this piece of technology can be used for. And if you see, it will... Look at that. There you go. It lights up and it'll do stuff and help you out with a game. As I mentioned, there are multiple games that work with this system, but it's really about this piece of technology. I mean, this is what makes it different. This is what makes it unique. This is what's going to bring you to this game, this Joyo piece of technology that works with multiple games. Because this is fun to hold, right? It looks cool on the table when you're moving it around. It lights up, so it's very visually appealing. It's very easy to use. And what I also like is, when you use it in a game, the different colored lights are going to indicate good or bad things for you. So there's a bit of tension, right? Where you place it down and you're like, yeah, is it going to be the light that I want it to be, that I need it to be? I hope so. I do want to note that all of this is prototype. In Unlocko, you'll be trying to figure out the code of gems on this board. You start by putting the piece of technology right here. When it lights up green, you know you're ready to play. You begin by putting any 3 gems down on the board and then put the piece of technology onto each one of them so it reads the color. Then you'll put it over here in this spot and it will tell you if you are right. So a white light means you have the right color gem but the wrong color spot. And if it was a yellow light, you have the right color gem in the right color spot. So all I know right now is one of these colors is correct. Now the next player can go and try something else. So maybe they're going to try, okay, blue, but then I want 2 different colors than were used in the last one. And now let's see what is going on with this. Okay, I got a green, a blue, and a purple. Are any more of these right? Okay, so now I have 2 of the right colors, but they're still in the wrong spots. So you continue with this trying to figure out the code, and whoever figures out the code first wins. You can also make the game harder by adding an expansion board onto it, and now the code is 4 gems instead of 3. When you figure out the problem, this thing will light up in a really fun and enjoyable way. Let's see. Oh, ho, ho, look at me, I'm a winner! Thanks, little kitty cat, for telling me I'm a winner. Recon works similarly to Battleship. You are trying to figure out the location of some airplanes on this grid. You'll be placing the piece of technology down anywhere you want to, and then you'll see if you are correct and have hit a spot on the airplane by placing it over here. That yellow piece, that yellow color, means that I have hit the spot. So now I need to mark that right here, and then I'll be placing on other spots to see if that is where the airplane goes. All right, is that another spot? Ooh, that is another spot. Okay, so I'm getting lucky right out of the gate here, trying to figure out where this airplane is. As I mentioned, I really like the Joyo piece of technology. The games that go with this system are fun, but very simple. You can play each game in about 5 minutes. What's nice, though, is that because this, piece of technology gives it a wow factor, you want to play the game over and over, right? You'll want to play it 3 or 4 times in a row, and because it only takes 5 minutes to do one game, you can play it a bunch of times in a row very easily. I think that kids would really like this a lot, you know, because the games are easy to comprehend, but this makes it feel so different and unique to play them, you know? Yeah, this game is kind of like Battleship, but this is fun moving it around the board and stuff. Like I mentioned, I think it'll have a bit of a wow factor for kids. I do think adults will like it too, as long as they go in understanding that the games are pretty simple and play pretty quickly. Joyo will be coming to Kickstarter soon, so you can get these fancy lights in your life, huh? Feel like it's Christmas all year long. Just sign up for the notices at the in the description of the video. There's a link there.